start all over again. You turn over the record, and I'll be waiting. I promise.
Hello, hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Some of you have the day off, some of you do not. Or Tuesday also. Happy Tuesday to you. If it happens to be Tuesday. Alright, hold on. Let me just fix a couple things, and then we will begin. But I hope your days are going well. Tell me, how are you doing? What you been doing today? What you been doing? Let's see. Okay, I push this button, and I push that one. I push this one twice. Once more for good measure. And I think we are good. We are good to go. All right, welcome in, everybody. How are you doing today, my friends? Runner, thank you so much for, being first and starting us off with some bits. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Sassy, hello. How are you? How's your day? I do mean it. I do mean it, Runner. I adulted today, got all the laundry done. Nice. That's awesome. How's your day off going so far? Le Puppet! Jen is just Kratos from the new generation with hair and cooler. Changed my mind. Everybody who's here, if you would like a fist bump, go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wah-bam. Thank you so much. And thanks for being here. How is your day going? Adjusting my sleeve underneath my hoodie. It is a bit colder today than it has been for the past week. We had like a warm front last week, and now it's like dropped down back into the teens. So it'd be a little cold. But how are you guys doing? I did some work today, working on some emotes for not me. And then last night I was working on my 3D printer. I'll get to that in a sec. I also watched the VOD of the rest of last night's stream. How many times did you not save that lady? Too many. The controls are confusing. The controls of this game are really confusing, especially when they decide to introduce a new, like, function or feature or, like, control scheme or whatever, but they don't tell you, they don't give you any heads up as to what that is. So, like, for example, I'll leave it vague for those who didn't watch the VOD, but, or who missed the stream last time, but, at the end of the last case that we did, it goes into like a quick time event sort of deal, and so the first things you have to do is press the X button, like at a certain time. You have to press them at a certain time, but then it flips the script on you, and it gives you literally like 2 to 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, to then like move your like. You have like a circle reticle, and then there's a place where it's supposed to go. You have to move it to that point and then do something. It doesn't tell you what to press once you're there. Or even like it doesn't tell you beforehand, like you're gonna need to press this button once you get to this spot. So I was like mostly doing like R1 and R2 because I thought that was it. And then I was like just stumbling for forever because it doesn't tell you. And so then part of me was like, maybe I'm doing it wrong, because the person's like, don't take a step forward or anything like that. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to press the X button. Like there's 3 different times you press the X button to move forward closer to them. So I was like, oh, maybe maybe I'm doing it wrong, and like I'm doing it in a weird order, and eventually they'll like scoot back more or something. Anyway, that was not the case. The first time I didn't press the X button, they immediately died. I was like, cool, all right, I'm not doing this well. That was so ridiculous. We learned though, maybe this has been the case the whole time and I just didn't pick up on it, but we learned that once the button you're supposed to press is X. It's not the trigger buttons or anything, or the shoulder buttons. It's X, which I guess makes sense because X is kind of like your interacting button, but I don't know. I think when I see a target circle that you're controlling, I immediately think shooter, and so I think I need to press one of the shoulder buttons or like the trigger button. But they don't even like tell you. They could. One thing they could have done is they could have had a circle with the button that you need to press inside of it, like just a little, and that it moves with it. So that way you knew what button you need to press. But that was ridiculous. I was so happy. I was like, when we finally did it at the end, I was like, goodness, I am so glad that we were finally able to do that, because if for some reason, like, it honestly at some point did cross my mind. I think Best Biscuits asked me if I wanted to know if it was possible to save the character. I think part of me was like, is it possible? Like, there's part of me that at some point had been like, maybe this is fully scripted, like maybe you cannot save this person. But I was like, there's no way they would give you the option to even walk through this if it was like forced, right? Oh, a new Detective Poirot film coming out soon. Same actor from the first, Murder on the Orient Express. Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm curious to watch it. I need some more Poirot content. Though part of me was like, should I watch it? What if there's like a game that's I mean, I know it's one of the most famous stories, but I was like, what if what if they end up making a game? I don't want to know what it is. Like, I don't want to know what the answer is. But anyway, we solved it, everybody. I hope you're proud. I hope you guys are... If you watch the VOD, I hope you guys end up being very proud of me for the amount of hard work that it took to do that. It was an interesting case too, I thought. I am glad. I think I kind of had a hunch, though I kept talking myself out of each possibility. So I was like, I don't know. But I'm glad we got it right. We got it right on the first try. Right? Yeah, we got it right on the first try. I'm curious what this one will be. This is the last case. I don't know if it'll be like harder or what, but I think there's only 3 characters that we meet. So I feel like that's, I don't know. We'll see how long this one is, and anyway, it'll be fun. And then after this game, we will be starting Final Fantasy X. If I donate the exact amount, can I send you the bits for a game for you to play on Switch? Unconventional request. What game? Probably depends. Probably depends on the game. Oh, I bought it. Yes, or the other day, Runner. I already bought it. Were you here when we were talking about it? I guess you must not have been here. I went through. I was going through the eShop, and I was kind of talking about some games that I purchased. Or it might have been at like the beginning of one like kind of early on or something. But yeah, I was going through the eShop, talking about some games that I picked up, and then I was looking around and I saw that there was a game called 1912 Titanic Mystery, and I read the description out loud, and then I was like, it's only $1. I was like, this looks terrible, but I think it would be still fun to play. Reminds me of, I'm wiping my screen. Reminds me of the Family Mysteries games that we played, or game that we played. We only played one of them. Though I might, I've got a couple on my wish list. Just watching for them to go on sale in the case we ever need like a really, really like not great game to play to fill in a space, because sometimes we want to play a Final Fantasy, and sometimes you want to play a really bad game. A game that you're just like, all right, this will be fun. But yeah, I read the description of it. It sounds so funny. And I also don't understand the concept. We can get into it another like when we play it. But I don't get the concept, because the thought, I mean, I'm sure they'll explain it. I'm sure it'll make sense at when we actually play it. But my interpretation of the description is that we are on a replica of the Titanic, and there is a bomb on the Titanic.
These bits anyway.
Runner, thank you for the 25 bits. I appreciate it. The thing that confuses me is it says that it's a replica of the Titanic. There's a bomb on board, and I guess we have to disarm the bomb and stuff. But what confuses me is that it says solve a 100-year-old mystery, I think it says. Or no, maybe it's not mystery. What does it say? Hold on. I'll pull it up. It basically, my confusion is, wait, was the bomb originally on the first Titanic? Like, are they saying that this replica that they built is also included this bomb? Like, did they not realize they were building a bomb or whatever? And if that's not the case, like if It's not a part of the replica, but something has been, like, stowed away. Hold on. Titanic. If that is not the case, like, this bomb is not a part of the... Here, hold on. A bomb is aboard the Titanic II, a replica of the famous cruise ship. You are the sole person who can find where the bomb is concealed. Save the ship and all aboard during its maiden journey across the Atlantic Ocean. Search for hidden objects among original locations around the majestic ship to discover hidden diary entries and other clues to uncover the bomb's location. Solve a century-old mystery. Oh, it doesn't say that in Titanic Mystery. So my question is, okay, was the bomb on the first Titanic? Are they saying that maybe, like, is it going to be a thing where it's like, oh, it wasn't an iceberg, it was actually the bomb that exploded the ship? Or, if that's not the case, what do they mean by solve a century-old mystery? Is that mystery separate from the bomb? I guess we'll find out. There are so many questions and intrigue just by this description. Well, yeah, replica of the Titanic, and someone wants to see it go down too, but it's still 1912? I don't know. There's rumors saying that the Titanic was attacked. Oh, wait, really? Is that true? I think this is... Features. Haunting soundtrack. Puzzling minigames. Save the Titanic 2. Those are all of the features of the game. Cool. Anyway, it should be probably a terrible game. But I am at the very least intrigued by its boldness. So yeah, I purchased it because it was $1.99 or something. Just rumors, interesting. The premise seemed a bit not fully thought out, but it seems like a game I'm okay with not being a solid storyline, but with there being puzzles and only being a couple of bucks after taxes and administration. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why I bought it too. I was like, there's no way this is going to be a good game. No way this is going to be a good game. However, I'm willing to try it because, you know, they're putting themselves out there, and I hear that. I wonder how hard it would be to make a game like that. I have been thinking about, like, game dev stuff on just, like, the back of my mind. Like, I wonder if I could make a thing real easily, like, just as a fun thing. Anyway, do it. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not necessarily a very good writer, so I'd have to, like, I'd have to do some recruitment. I'd have to do some recruitment. I do have, if it's a puzzle game, I'll make the music for it. I thought about making a Picross game. But like a story-based one. There's another game that's story-based Picross called, what's the word? Murder by Numbers. I watched someone play it before, and then I purchased it because it was on sale, and I was like, I kind of want to play some Picross, and I remember this being good. I could help. Nice. I'm sure someone in the community is versed in story construction. That's probably true. I went ahead and repurchased. Well, I purchased for the first time Murder by Numbers, but I'm playing it. Even though I watched someone like beat the game, Murder by Numbers is a Picross game mixed with like a visual novel. However, maybe I didn't realize it the first time around when I was watching somebody play, but it is surely way more of a visual novel than it is a Picross game. I think like in some of the different levels or like chapters, like there are so few puzzles that happen, And so I don't really care about the story right now because I'm like, I already know what happens. So I'm just kind of like tapping A through most of the story stuff and then just going for the puzzles. The music is very good though. You can call the game Jetpack Picross. Oh man. All right, story sometimes. Want to make a book someday? Nice. I think you'd mentioned you're working on like a manga or something, right? Did I make that up? Jetpack Picross. Amazing. J Pick Pacross. No, it's not gonna work. But having like thinking about it though, like while playing through Murder by Numbers, I was like playing through it and I was like, I bet there is a way to make a Picross game that is story based but actually has like a decent amount of puzzles in them. The thing is that you have to justify like why you're doing puzzles. In this game, it kind of makes sense. The one of the protagonists is a robot, who has lost their memory. Like their memory has been corrupted, and they can like scan items, but they are having trouble recognizing them. So basically, every time you do a puzzle, it's like you're doing the computer work of like analyzing an object and then identifying what it is. So like that kind of makes sense, and you're solving a murder mystery. And so I have a couple of ideas of like genres I could maybe do with a Picross game. However, it's trying to make the puzzle part seem cohesive, if that makes sense. Like, you know, why are we stopping to do a puzzle if this is, you know, in a certain setting or whatever? But I think one thing I would balance it out with, because I think Murder by Numbers, the music is fantastic. It's very catchy. The music is very catchy. Gizmo! Jet out of here! Welcome in. How are you today? How's your Monday? At Murder by Numbers, the story is like only all right. It's passable of a story. I feel like not a lot of the characters are very likable, and like there's like mystery sort of, but not really. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. I've been lurking. Work sucked, but done now. Oof. Why was it so bad, Gizmo? But I was thinking about maybe doing like a Picross game. Just Beezy. Ugh. Is your coworker there now? Are they working? I was like, I could do a Picross game, and there was another game that I thought about doing. Well, I've thought about doing a joke dating sim game, but I thought about doing a wait, I usually pick Chandler, but I guess Ross is fine. Wait. Hold on, friends joke. Did I say Picross? Ah! I was like, did I say friends recently? Ah! Okay. I thought about doing... Well, the thing is, it would be set up like a dating sim, but it wouldn't be a dating sim, if that makes sense. I thought about doing a game where... it is basically like in the same style of like a dating sim. However, it is like from the perspective of a viewer, and you have different romantic interests. So they're not romantic. It's like, it's not really a dating sim, but it's like the joke of it is that it's very dating sim-esque. It would be like different streamers trying to get you to like join their community or whatever. And so it'd be like, I don't know like how the game. That's like really the only idea I have is that it's like written to be sort of like a dating sim, but not really. But then like you have to like figure out like which community am I gonna join, that kind of I don't know. Anyway, I thought that'd be funny, and if you got different actual like real Twitch streamers to be a part of it, it'd be kind of funny. Do I have more snow than you today? Probably. I don't think it snowed today, but I was gonna ask. You're like in a winter storm, aren't you? Yeah, it hasn't snowed today. It's just cold. We'll get snow on Thursday, it looks like. You're like in a winter storm. It's currently hazy right now. There's big old snowstorm up to my knee. Dang. Yeah, I remember seeing there's like big snowstorms like hitting a bunch of places. Wait, if Sassy, if you're still here, did you get hit by a snowstorm? I feel like I remember seeing it's like a lot of the East Coast. And so I was curious who was getting. I wish we got that snow. Oh dang, I didn't know if you guys were getting hit by it as well, but I saw on my feed somewhere it was like barely got an inch. No. Cancel school. And then just rain. Aw, sad. Dang. Gizmo, is Toronto a big public transportation place? I'll let you know. These are more of just like ideas. I don't know if I have the time or energy to move forward on any of that. But thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, good to know. I was curious if... I hate the TTC. Don't get me started. TTC. Toronto Transportation Car Transportation Transit Commission. Yes. That makes sense. Metrolinx is my enemy. Oh no. Wait, why? What? Tell us the story. Tell us the tales of Metrolinx. What have they done to you? Like I just said in GGG's Discord, we got sneezed on, but that's about it. When it starts puking snow, then I'll get concerned. That's fair. Sneezed on in this economy? Tell it to stay back 6 feet. They take my money and don't provide service, basically. Oof. That is not good. We don't really have... You'd think Alaska would have some kind of public transit because it's so cold here that, like, walking doesn't seem like that. You know, we have, like, we have buses, but that's kind of it. But I've never rode the bus, so I don't even know if it's good. But that is lame. That is lame. If I went to Toronto, I would definitely need to go. I would ride on a bus at least once because I mean they do that in the movies, so. Basically, if I go to Toronto, I need to like live out just Scott Pilgrim. I need to just we go through each book. I'll be like, say this line, Gizmo. Oh, Jet, would you be upset if the Blue Badger didn't have arms? Not at all. I don't care. Ride a streetcar? What is a streetcar? Like a normal car? What? Do they do that in the comic? We have a bunch of streetcars. Pulls up tab. Streetcar. Name Desire. They are buses on lines. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what that is. Yes. A tram, as some people call it. But yes. Yes. That would be fun. I've never ridden on one of those, I don't think. Oh, good. I'm having a bit of a struggle getting the stitches right. Oh no. Poor blue badger with poor armless blue badger. What else could we do in Toronto that's based in Scott Pilgrim? Gizmo. We could go see the Clash of Demon Head. Oh, Sneaky D's. I remember that. We're gonna have to start a band, Gizmo, also. Honest Ed's imploded, sadly true now. I saw, that makes me sad. The signs and like the outside exterior looks super cool from what I saw from pictures. We need to start a band, Gizmo, and then we have to participate in a battle of the bands. So get ready. Do you know how to play any instruments? Because if not, you're gonna need to start now. Okay, battle of the bands time. Nice. I will play the recorder. Perfect. That sounds perfect. Can you play a chiptune recorder? Can we hook up the recorder to a regular Nintendo and play the sounds off of it? I can, well, I don't really know how to play any instruments, but I can play like the triangle. I can kind of sing, like, passingly, which I feel like for like an indie band you can get away with. I feel like for a local band, I feel like you can get away with only being okay. I like can vaguely read sheet music. I started playing the piano when I was little, and then I stopped. So like I can play like rudimentary piano. And that's like the extent of my musical talent. But I once did win a rock band battle of the bands, so all I'm saying is I have some stage presence and experience. So we'll come up with that together. We'll figure that out. We'll have to think of a name. We'll think of a name. Because I think that's really the most important part of any... it's the most important part of any band, is the name. Like, tell me the name of a popular band that has a bad name, you know? There's probably not one. I don't think you can have one. So we'll think about it. Last night, though, I was working on my 3D printer because I want to get it working again, because if we're going to be doing the mini painting stream, I want to do One Direction, I suppose. Yeah, good point. Good point. What does that even mean? Though it's fairly iconic, I guess, you know, like, nobody else has a name like it. But I was working on my 3D printer, and I think I'm gonna need to replace the hot end on my 3D printer. That's where like the plastic filament comes out. And when I bought my printer, it came with an extra one, so I already have a thing. But I am not very handy, and don't generally do a lot of like mechanical stuff. So later today, I think I'm gonna sit. I know there are videos showing how to replace it. So I'm gonna watch the video, and then I'm gonna like rewatch it, going step by step, trying to change it. I don't think it's super difficult, but it just involves like, I don't know. I'll probably drop all of the screws. They'll get everywhere. They'll get lost. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to be fixing that. Hopefully I can get my printer printing again. But we'll see. I don't know. Like, I'm somebody who's much better with, like, software than I am with, like, the actual physical bits of a machine. And so, yeah, I don't really know how to, like, it's just not a natural talent of mine. So I always get a little nervous when I start working on a thing. I've, like, replaced, some, in my PS3, my, like, laser reader, like, for the disc reader thing died. So I had to replace that. And so, like, I've opened up that before. I've done some random things on, like, Macs before. But I try not to do any kind of, like, anything like that. I try to avoid that as much as possible. So we'll see how today goes. But I hope to get things printed, because I went ahead and I finished the base of what it's going to look like. But I want to have that ready for when we paint the mini, so that, like, I can kind of do it all in one and then glue it together and then have, like, a cool little piece. But anyway, we'll see how all that goes. But anyway, what else is going on? I don't think there was much in the way of, like, gaming news today. I think I saw that, like, E3 might be canceled because it was, quote unquote, a mess. And the article is like, the article title was E3 is a mess, in quotations, and probably canceled. And I was like, okay. What are they quoting? I wonder who said this. Ponce's director left Respawn. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. I feel like that happens. I feel like people shift around and move. I'm curious if, saw it in the news. Did it say Ponce? Is that the article title? Ponce's director leaves Respawn. It's like, Ponce is a lot more famous than we realized. That was the headline. Incredible. Incredible. Who knew? Who knew? So yeah, I'm curious what happened. I mean, we didn't we have E3 last year? Yeah, E3 was, or was it online? When was the last E3? I can't remember what happened last year. We had some kind of thing during that time. Wait, no, E3 2020, 2021 did happen. It was meh. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I wonder what happened for this year. Like, why? How can it be such a mess that they have to just cancel everything if they've already begun, like, work on it? I feel like it doesn't really affect anything, really. Most companies tend to do now, like, a digital presentation. Except for, like, Bethesda, maybe. They're like some of the studios will do stuff there, but I don't know. I don't think it's super necessary. Nintendo always does a direct, just about. Sony has been doing a thing. I feel like, I don't know. E3 is kind of cool. Like, it's neat, but I don't know if it's necessary at this point. Apparently Nintendo sent out, like, an email about being, making sure you're not, like, opening any emails pretending to be them. I guess there's, like, a scam going on right now where people are trying to hack into people's like eShop accounts, basically. So they said, basically, like, just to make sure that if you get any emails from them, that one, of course, they'll never ask you for a password, but also, like, don't follow any links unless you know that it was legitimately from Nintendo, that sort of thing. There's a growing sentiment that E3 sucks, but it's our thing that sucks. We were sort of braced for E3 to be done forever last year. Yeah, I remember even in 2020, there was sort of like a, well, I mean, with all of this happening, it's probably, maybe this is just the end. Maybe this is the end of E3, and then they kind of stuck it out. I remember last year, I think part of it was like, if you wanted to be a developer at the E3 like online experience, you had to pay like a ton of money to be a part of it. I remember some people were complaining about that. When it's like, what? Like, it shouldn't be this expensive. It's not like we're renting out like room space or like a stage or whatever. So I don't know. As long as Devolver Digital keeps doing their directs, I'll be happy. That's all I want, really. And of course, a Nintendo thing would be awesome. But I'm sure we'll still have some events set around that time. I'm sure Sony will announce some things. There's quite a few games that need to be released this year, so we'll figure all that out. I did see that Sony said that they... I don't know why this makes sense. But I guess they're like, we know a lot of people want PS5s, so we've actually ramped up production of the PS4. So I guess that's an option for people who don't already have one, but... What? They will likely be staggered around then, and there will be a summer game show. Yeah. Oh, there's something else. Oh, supposedly. I mean, this probably only affects a few of you out there. Supposedly, there's rumors that the PS5 will have PS3 backwards compatibility. There's like, they've seen some stuff in code or whatever. They might have PS3 backwards compatibility, so that'd be kind of cool. I wish the PS4 didn't, if I recall. I remember that being a thing, that like the PS4 didn't have super good backwards compatibility. I'm pretty sure. My average time to render a frame is a little higher than normal. Why you do that? Why you do that? I'll just keep an eye on it. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have. I don't know if you guys are working on anything, playing anything fun. I did play some Grindstone again last night while I was waiting at my... So I ran some tests on my 3D printer to see if things were working. Mr. Soul Creek, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing good. I was... While I was running tests on my 3D printer, trying to see if it worked, and it takes a lot of time for it to like heat up and then run the test and then whatever. I was sitting there with Grindstone and playing through a few levels. Got to my first boss, and that was fun. And then it's getting a little complicated now, but I'm unlocking things. One thing that I've unlocked, though, that I think will help is I've now unlocked like outfits. So currently my guy's wearing a Santa outfit, but there's like the outfits give you different abilities. It's so much fun. If you guys have not played Grindstone, very addicting. It's really fun. It definitely has that. Okay, just one more real quick. I could just do this real quick. It doesn't take too long, and then you do that again, and then you play a couple more levels, and you're like, okay, just one more, and then just one more. It's fun. But yeah, I think there's also, like, I also unlocked a boss rush mode, but I can't play it obviously because I've only met one of the bosses, but you unlock it you unlock the location early on. But it's funny, I was looking at the daily, like, because there's a daily mission every day, and the same guy is always at the top. He's always there. I think his name is Jason. And I'm just like, who are you, Jason? Are you like, what if he could be a dev for all I know. But he always has, like, he's always at the top. He's always ahead by, like, well, from first and second place, he's usually ahead by like 20,000 points. Anyway, he probably has like excellent gear or something. Anyway, apparently, the thing that everyone's been asking for, they're making an Avatar MMO. But before you get your hopes up, yes, I do mean the Blue Aliens. I think Disney and Tencent are making a Avatar mobile MMO. It's a shooter, I think. Maybe. The only picture that I saw is of an avatar, or like a Navi, wearing like a combat vest with a gun, and they're about to be punched by like somebody in one of those like big mech suits that were in the movie that they used to like mine things, I think. Or were they military? I can't remember. Anyway, but for those who've been wanting more Avatar content, there you go. Get ready. The Blue Aliens. Yeah, it's 100% the Blue Aliens. Seriously, who's interested in the Avatar IP? Movie was good. I don't really know. They have a intense fan base. Like, there's a core group of people that really love that universe. I was not one. I watched the movie once and was like, neat. And then that was kind of it. Have no interest in going to Avatar Land. Though I have watched like a breakdown retrospective on Avatar Land. It was very interesting. Avatar: The Last Airbender as a third-person action adventure RPG. Yeah, that would be a fantastic idea. Unfortunately, in this reality, what we're getting is more James Cameron, which the second movie is bound to come out soon, right? Is that this year? When does Avatar 2 come out? What movie? What do we think it's going to even be good? I honestly have no concept for where that story is going to go. I mean, the first movie was Dances with Wolves, also aka Pocahontas. But what movie are they going to copy next for Avatar 2? Avatar 2, Pandoran Boogaloo. I'd settle for a Skyrim Avatar: The Last Airbender mod. Oh, that'd be fun. I really liked when we were playing Skyrim, which we'll go back to at some point, I'm sure, once we're feeling it. The magic mod that I had was fun because I wanted to do more magic stuff. And It ended up being pretty fun. Like some of the additions. We'll play some more Skyrim at some point. You can count on it. The entire first movie was a simulation. Well, they should just remake The Matrix, but Avatar. Jake wakes up, and that was the main character in Avatar. If you guys don't remember, Jake wakes up. Jake, what was his last name? Can't remember. Jake wakes up, but when he wakes up and takes off his like VR headset, it's actually Keanu Reeves, and it's like, we got you. This is Matrix 5. Is it? I don't. That doesn't sound familiar. Jake. It's like right at the tip of my brain. Avatar. Wait, that's how you spell Avatar. Avatar. Jake Sully. That's what it is. Jake Sully. Do we have a Avatar 2 expected this year in December? Let's see if it ends up being that or delayed. To be fair, it does have Michelle Yeoh, which she's fantastic. But there's nothing else about it. Apparently Jermaine Clement is going to be in it. I don't remember him being in the first one. So is he a new addition? There's random people I recognize, but anyway. It was all a simulation, but like an Ender's Game. I hope they do it in 3D again. They probably will, I imagine. Balto, welcome in. How are you? You're fantastic. No, you are. No, you. If they do it in VR, that'd be crazy. I've never been to Avatar Land, but there's one ride that makes me laugh, or the concept does. I was listening to someone break this down, and there's a ride where I think it might be VR, it might not be. If it's not VR, it's one of those where you have like a screen in front of you. But like the deal is, like the conceit of the ride is that, in the movie, there's a part where he has to learn how to like tame one of the flying creatures. It's kind of like a rite of passage, sort of like it's obviously a very tribal, like, very important thing, a part of their customs. So the deal is that like you are you're able to go on like some kind of special ride that allows you to experience that. You actually get your through like a VR headset. I think it is VR. Through a VR headset, you are able to go like into an avatar and like do the whole taming thing yourself. So they tell you like when you come to, you will be already on whatever the creatures are. However, in universe, that idea is really funny because that means like what? Like, is there an avatar body just like strapped to like one of these flying creatures? Like, is it just like limply like just just laying there on top of one of the little like bird things, and then it's just like it just comes to, every time there's like a tourist doing this thing. Seems very like I don't know. It just seems very uncomfortable and possibly insensitive to this like alien tribe, very traditional, like they have their own customs and traditions that they do, but here we've like manufactured these like dolls that people can like project their consciousness into. I don't know, it just, the idea that there's this like flying bird creature, but they've also just like draped an avatar just on top of it that's just like hooked up to it somehow, so it doesn't fall off while it's moving. I don't know, it just makes me laugh. And then people steal the VR sets like they used to do with the 3D glasses. I remember that. Yes, the scene in which, yes, exactly. It's the hair. Wait, was it? Was it a... Yeah. Or I thought those were horses, right? I thought the... Wait, are the birds also kind of like horse-like? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't really remember the movie. I only saw it once in theater. It was the first time I had seen 3D like that before. And I had to wear my glasses. Because at the time, the 3D glasses were a lot smaller. Now they kind of make them a little bit bigger. And so if you are somebody who wears glasses, you can kind of wear both and it's fine. I had to, what I did was, I think I put my 3D glasses on first, and then I rested my other glasses on top of those. So it was like I had, I had a very small viewfinder, of where things were like, actually in 3D that I could see. It was great. I looked dumb. Luckily it was a dark room that no one could really see me, but oh well. Anyway, so maybe 2022 is the year of the Avatar. We're getting a game, we're getting a movie. Who knows? Granted, Tencent kind of has their fingers in everything, so it'll be... I'm sure it'll make them some money. I'm sure it'll make them some money. Because I don't think they really do anything that doesn't. Anyway. The Trapper Keeper. Oh, man. We'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and move into the game. We have one last case to do. I can't do 3D. I've tried my 3DS and always just turn the 3D feature off. I feel like with the 3DS most of the time it's not even needed. I don't mind 3D. I've learned that I would rather just watch it normally because there's very few properties that I think make the 3D worth it. I feel like a lot of times if they've got 3D in mind, they do a lot of the gimmicky, like, whoa, like all of their, if they're trying to pass something to somebody, they always go like, whoa, that sort of thing. And I think it's super dumb. The one movie that I think the last movie I watched in 3D in theaters, well, and period, but it was in theaters, was Doctor Strange, and I honestly loved it. I thought that was actually a fantastic, it was very well done 3D. Jetstream in 3D, oh my gosh. It was very well done, actually, because of, the thing is, Doctor Strange, though, had sort of like, the visuals to make it look cool. Because if you've seen Doctor Strange, it uses a lot of those, like, when the buildings are, like, separating and, like, folding in on themselves. There's so much going on, and there's so much depth and all that sort of stuff that looked super cool when it was going on. But and they don't really do a lot of the, like, whoa, sort of gimmicks. So those effects, super well done. But I would say most of the time, not necessary. There are some people who swear by 3D movies and are like 3D movie apologists, but it's not I. I'm just afraid it'd trigger a migraine, so I avoid it. That's fair. As I said, movies are not that bad. 3DS always gives me a headache as a non-migraine person. Still prefer 2D movies. Yeah. I've learned, though, like, because when Marvel movies first started coming out, I kept on going to see them in 3D, IMAX 3D. Then I was sort of like, kind of tired of it in a way, and I was like, I think I'm just going to watch it. Or, like, I would see it in 3D, and I'd be like, I think I want to watch it once, but, like, without 3D so that I feel like I'm not missing anything. Because sometimes it's a little much when it's all in 3D. I feel like there's just... I don't know, it makes it sometimes more difficult to see what's happening. So, eventually I just fully moved over into, like, skipping all 3D showings, and if I can, go see it in IMAX. I've not been to the movie... I went to the movies to see Spider-Man, but I watched it not in 3D. Also, I watched it in, like, a very small theater. Yeah, I have sort of avoided 3D movies now. They don't give me a headache, so that's not a big deal. It's just, I don't think it's... I find my 2D viewing experiences much more enjoyable. I really feel like I can soak everything in, instead of, like, with 3D movies, I feel like you're very focused on, like, one thing at a time. And sometimes I like to get a full look at the scene, you know? Anyway, fun times. I don't think there's, I mean, I would probably only go see a 3D movie if it really felt like it would serve the, like, the storytelling or, like, the experience if it was really in 3D. Otherwise, I don't think. I'm sure they'll have Avatar in 3D. I probably won't watch it. I don't. Unless they, like, they need to up the ante. It needs to be in 4D in all theaters. They're just like, it's like a Disney park ride. There's smells and they're throwing water at you. In 2D, you don't have to stare at the screen 100% of the time. You can just check on the empty popcorn bag. If new popcorn hasn't materialized yet. Exactly. I was 6 when the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man release. It does not feel like that long ago. Oh man, I actually was not the biggest fan of the original Spider-Man movies. I like them now more, but I was kind of like, these are just okay, I thought, even at the time. But it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I haven't seen the new one yet. It's good. I really enjoyed it. Oh, the new ones. Oh, I would say, personally, Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. That's probably, some people get very mad at that. But, Tom Holland's my favorite, thus far. I think he does a good job balancing being Spider-Man, but also being Peter Parker. He's, like, nerdy and awkward, but, like, I don't know. I feel like he does a good job. They're okay, but I gotta admit, Tom Holland is, yeah, I agree. I think he does a lot of people say, like, Tobey Maguire was a good Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man, but not a good Peter Parker. I think Tom Holland is, like, he's very, like, well-balanced in it. I'm worried that I'll need to watch all the Marvel IP to get into the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I haven't seen the Andrew Garfield. I only saw the second Andrew Garfield film. And I liked what they did with some of it. I remember watching it being like, I don't know if I like this guy. He, like, seemed kind of, like, too cool, sort of, in a way. Like, just kind of like, I don't know. I just didn't, watching it, I was just like, I don't know if I'm liking this. But some people love him as Spider-Man, so I don't know. It's up to the individual. IMO, Tom Holland is is Peter Parker, as Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. Oh, that's fair. I think he does a great job. I like the animated one. Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic. I agree with that. I mean, and as for watching all the Marvel IP, it kind of just depends. I love Marvel and comics and stuff, so that's like no sweat for me. But some people, that's harder for them to get into. So that's, you know, your mileage may vary. Is what I say about that. Like, he's obviously in some of the other movies and stuff, but like his introduction is in Civil War. So it's just kind of, you know, you'd probably want to start there if that was the case, if you'd like never seen him in anything. But I think he's my favorite Spider-Man for sure. I'm excited about Into the Spider-Verse 2, though. That'll be fun. I loved the animation style of the first one, so I hope they continue that same kind of look. The good times. I love Marvel stuff. I love it. Trying to think if there's... I'm excited about Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to see kind of what they do. And I hope there's some cool, like, visual effects in Doctor Strange. They can kind of go crazy with him, so I look forward to it. And they can kind of just be like, it makes sense because of magic, and I like that they can do crazy visual stuff. I still love all the buildings that like fold in on themselves and in the first one, and just everything is spiraling and it's just so cool looking. I feel like, honestly, I said this the other day, I think when I watched Doctor Strange for the first time, it was probably, I feel like I had Matrix feelings like when I first saw The Matrix, because The Matrix was very revolutionary in terms of how they shot certain scenes, and it was just so cool at the time. And I think I'd never seen effects like this in Doctor Strange with all the tessellations and stuff, that it was just like, oh man, I felt so good. But Emmers, welcome in. How are you? We're actually right about to jump into the case. We're going to be on the case. Speaking of Matrix, yes. We just finished a new one. Nice. What did you think? I liked the Iron Man movies. I liked the first Captain America. Doctor Strange was interesting. I think I watched the first Thor, watched Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but I know there's like 10 more to watch before Spider-Man. That's fair. Yeah, you got maybe a little ways to go. Luckily on Disney Plus now, they actually have like a timeline. They actually have like the list of movies in a timeline if you would like to watch them. Well, if you would like to watch them chronologically according to the story that is told, not chronologically in terms of release. But I think you can easily find that as well. Neil Patrick Harris was pretty baller. Nice. I have not watched it, so I have no clue. I do know that he was in the movie, but that's about it. I heard the new one is, oh yeah, without making it topic of the movie. Yeah, kind of, I think, from what it sounds like. I won't say spoilers. Spoilers, that's fair. Yeah, Caramella and I have been watching these again. That's right, Disney Plus makes it easy to follow. Nice. The Disney Plus was missing the Hulk and some Spideys. Right, because I guess Spider-Man isn't on Disney Plus. And probably neither is the Incredible Hulk, I would imagine. Because that was... Wait, who did the Incredible Hulk? With not Neil Patrick Harris. Edward Norton. Antivirus. It's pretty baller. One of the villains is pretty baller. Nice. That's awesome. Hulk was Disney. Oh, really? Not sure why it wasn't on. Really? I didn't realize that. That is exactly correct. Hilarious. There was the older Hulk movie. Yeah, that's kind of what I was. Well, there were 2 Hulk movies. Each one changed who was playing the Hulk. I love that now we have a new Hulk, basically, but he still has not had his own movie. Though I imagine he will appear in She-Hulk. I assume he's going to be a part of it in some way. The IP might be in contention. That might be true. From what I know and from what I've heard, if you take the new Matrix too seriously, you can get disappointed, but if you watch it the healthy amount of sarcasm, you'll have a great time. Oh. He was in the trailer? Oh, that's right. You're right. I have forgot watching it so long ago. But I'm excited. I really like, what's her face? Yeah. What's her? Tatiana Maslany. She does a very good job. She's very good. Does Marvel Universe Hulk wear purple shorts? He wears shorts. And sometimes, very occasionally, he's wearing like a thing. Like a shirt, sort of, but not really. Sometimes. But I think he's mostly just wearing shorts. I think at some point, like in one of the latter Marvel movies, he's wearing like the equivalent of what I would say is like compression shorts in terms of what they look. They look futuristic, sort of. Got like mesh pattern, sort of like a hexagonal patterns. I don't know. It looks like he's wearing fitness clothes. I don't sort of. Is the Fantastic Four also Marvel? Technically, yes. The old movies, though, are not a part of like the MCU. They are coming back, though. Like, not the same actors, I assume. Because those were a flop. But they have already announced that they're making new Fantastic Four movies soon. We don't know who's playing any of them. But there may or may not have been some big Marvel Fantastic Four news. I know there's like rumors of who might be what's his face? Mr. Fantastic. But we'll see. Who owns the old movie? Sony? Fox? Question mark? Hulk and the Thing arm wrestling would be cool. That would be fun. Well, and they have to redo those anyways because Chris Evans was in the old Fantastic Four movies. Though it'd be funny if if they brought him back to play gosh, what's his name? The Human Torch. There we go. I really hope they do. That would be so funny if they're just like, well, well, I won't say anything, but it's like, they're just like, cool. He's reprising his role as the Human Torch now. No one's going to comment on the fact that he looks a lot like Captain America. That'd be cool. It's like the same character, but a little further into the color wheel. Then it's like, oh. Exactly. That would be funny. I would. I really like Chris Evans. I think he's very good. He actually, my favorite Chris Evans film is a movie that did not get a lot of attention that I wish they would make a sequel of because I loved it so much. But it's a movie called Push, where people had superpowers, and it was just like, but it's like weird superpowers sort of for the most part. A lot of people had normal ones. Eyeball movie. Wait, the eyeballs? Is that another one of his movies? I don't think I know what that is. Was there something about eyeballs in Push? Can't remember. It's not standing out to me. In this movie, he has telekinesis, or aka pushing. He can push things. I think that's in Push, really? The eyeballs. I don't remember. Oh, wait. No, I don't know. But it had Dakota Fanning in it. You guys remember her? Dakota Fanning was in it. She could draw the future, but she wasn't a very good artist. Like, the bad guy is all pupils? I don't think so. I don't recall that. Or wait, was he a pusher? I think he was a pusher. Yeah. So he had telekinesis. There's a cool fight where he's like controlling a gun in the air, but like he's controlling it from around corners and stuff. Anyway, it's fun. There's like sniffers, and I can't remember what the other one is, but like sniffers, if they smell something, they can, like, I think it's the history one. It's like, if they smell something, they can see the history of that item. And so, like, there are certain characters, they're trying to, like, find Chris Evans's character, and they, like, break into an apartment, and they, like, start sniffing things, and they're able to see that this apartment did actually belong to him. And then there's, like, tasters, I think, or something like that, and I forget what they can do. But then, who else? There were people who could, like, control people's minds. There were, I forget what else. Do you know there was a Hellboy cartoon show? I feel like I vaguely remember that. I don't think I ever watched it. His eyes turn completely black while pushing, making the memory, emotion, and thought to become sharper and hard to distinguish if the implanted memory is real or not. I think that, yeah, so, like, there were, like, because there was a girl who could also, maybe pushers are people who can, like, control you. Her eyes would turn black when she would push people too. But he's not, like, made out of pupils. If like if I scroll back, like, the bad guy is all pupils. I was imagining, like, an eye monster is how I envisioned that. Anyway, it's a very good movie. Well, it's good enough. It deserved a sequel. It was good enough. There were some cool ideas in it. There were, like, screamers, people who would, like, scream sonically, and glass would shatter, and, you know, people's eardrums would burst. Anyway, it's fun. I send link to people, man. Put it in the Discord. Oh, perfect, you did. Oh, you sent it to me. Great. Yeah. Yeah, their eyes turn black when they, like, control people. But again, I thought you meant that he was made of eyeballs. I get that his pupils turn black. As did, I forget what her name was, but yeah, there was another character who could. It was good. It was fun. It's a fun little romp. And I always wanted to... His people would scare my optometrist. That's fair. That's a good point. That's a completely different movie. Anyway, it's fun. I really enjoyed Push, and it's one that I occasionally am just like, man, I wish they had made a sequel. Just a reminder of how great the first 2 seasons of Heroes were. First one was definitely great. I enjoyed the first like 5 episodes of season 2 before the writer's strike. I think my favorite character was Kristen Bell's character, who could control lightning. She was super good. She did a great job. I enjoyed that she was a character that had, like, had her abilities for a while, and so she was, like, the only character who was very used to them. Though she was also kind of like a little nutso, and maybe I liked that. She was good. But anyway, I enjoyed Heroes. Here, season 1, I've said, is probably my favorite. Like, I think season 1 is a good example of like excellent TV. Really like the antagonist. At first, nobody thought he had a power. Yeah, that was Adam somebody, right? Then it turns out, wait, is that the right season? Then it turns out his power is that he immediately understands anything he looks at. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean Silas? Okay, yes. Or Sylar, yeah, right. Not Silas. That was close. I'm still astounded they redeemed Sylar. Yeah, somehow. After he killed, like, literally everybody. They're like, you know what this guy needs? Redemption arc. I was actually really sad. He killed Kristen Bell's character. They were also kind of like an item, and it made me sad. I was like, what? Unbelievable. You know, one thing that I don't think we mentioned, but I was reading about, was that the initial plan for the show was that every season would focus on different people, like entirely. And so I think that's why they made Peter Petrelli so strong. Welcome in, Galaxy. How are you? They made Peter Petrelli really strong. And didn't necessarily have a plan for him, because initially the plan was it'd be new characters entirely the next season. Like, it might even in fact go back to then like the eclipse starting, and then there's like that whole thing. And then like another kind of new group of people go through a different journey of that. But then the producers and stuff were like, no, we think the fans really like these characters, so we're going to in fact continue their stories. So that was, anyway. So I think that's why then they had to be like, okay, I guess we have to nerf Peter a bit. So they gave him amnesia. Anyway, I'm doing good. We're actually, let's in fact hop into the game before it gets too late. They never did explain how the eclipse, I don't think so. I think it just kind of happened. And they started introducing people who had also had powers for like a while. Hero was so fun. I loved Hero. Hero's great. Yatta! Nissan Versa. Actually, that's when a lot of people say the show went down. Is when they started taking Nissan sponsorships, which is fair. It's a fair point. Okay, so we are on the last case. We're on the last case of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. And yesterday's, if you didn't see the end of that one, highly recommend watching me fail repeatedly. But we started this, we'll start from the beginning. We watched the beginning part yesterday. So we'll see how this case is. But we're on the last one, right? This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we're on the last one. So we'll see how we do. I think we're going to try to finish this today. Tomorrow we'll start Final Fantasy X. So let's try to get this going. A Half Moon Walk. I hope there's vampires. Just kidding. I don't think most Sherlock stuff doesn't have anything supernatural. I think the Sherlock fandom, the Sherlock stans, don't really enjoy like supernatural stuff in their mysteries. They want him to be able to like solve a case and not just be like, well, it was magic, which is fair.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have? Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street. invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes.
Mr.
Wiggins.
Holmes!
Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
And that is where we ended. Let's see. I guess let's go first to Half Moon Street. I don't think we want to interrogate him yet, the brother. That's one way to get out of dinner. Murder. Part of me is like, did Sherlock know this was going to happen? Why was he so casual about the dinner?
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
I got a little lantern. You think it's that way? I want to talk to this guy. Oh. Nope. Can't talk to that guy. Fair. Can we talk to... No? Okay. You didn't see anything? All right. Never mind. We don't talk to anybody. It's very spooky. Oh boy. It's actually a surprise birthday party for Watson. These guys are gonna get up.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The 2 men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were 2 other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the 2 victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the 2 dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman, He'd been caught by 2 police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honour of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Interesting. Who are... Okay, hold on. May 2-4, baby. Okay, so there's 3 people. There's only going to be 3 people in this case.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
You should have dodged. Did he try dodging? Plates. Stuck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look. This shard of wood is quite new.
Is he a vampire? Did someone try to stake him?
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Happy 2-4, Mr. Holmes. Is that... Wait, was that her birthday? Hello, Wiggins. Who are you? Wait. Are there... Oh, there are 2 bodies. I was like, where's the other one?
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Oh, is it? Oh, Victoria Day. Interesting. The more you know.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there.
Well, he was a ruffian, so it makes sense.
Brian Vicotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die. Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And, well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
May 2-4 weekend, long weekend, people do fireworks and buy 2 4s of beer. Ah, interesting. We're getting extra context. Meta clues. Actually, when he said the fireworks started, I thought he was, like, talking about, like, the gunshots. I thought he was being colorful. Metal class, Baklava, Crimean war veteran. Okay. Missing buttons, poor life. Okay. Requires support, weak leg, limping. Maybe he's just tired.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
2 distinctive shots.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
After the escape.
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Dark window, Turner's view. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Interesting. Search Turner's flat. Different shots, 2 victims. Okay.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Well, you're a liar.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
No! Emmers, have a good evening. Thanks
Mr.
for
Turner
being
appears
with
to
us.
live very modestly.
Thanks for hanging out with us. But I hope you have a good day of work tomorrow. We'll see you another time.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Fire, ashes, burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Interesting. I'll be sure to watch the VODs. Nice, thank you. But you have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate. Get some good rest.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
What has Mr. Turner been doing after all this time? Or, like, in this meanwhile? Oh!
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Well, 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 Mr. Turner. Well, well, well.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Nothing else? Okay. Well, Mr. Turner, we have a few things to talk about.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
Oh. Kitchen table. Sweepings. Shredded paper. Oh.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper. So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse.
You would think...
Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
They both fell on their backs. Approached the body, took something, broke the stick. Approached the body. Broke the stick. Took something? Oh, wait, what? Is it like all one? Oops. Is that the entire sequence?
No, it didn't happen this way.
Okay. I'm confused. Before we had to, like... See, it's like all one thing? Like, what are those? What's happening there?
No, it didn't happen this way.
What? I am so confused. Where... Oh! Okay, there we go. Cuts paper with knife. Place the broken stick. Got up from bed. Okay, so that's... Got up from bed. Open the window. Oh my gosh, okay. Approach the body, did all that stuff. He probably cut paper with knife. Oh wait, no. Probably placed the broken stick, cut paper with knife, and then... Okay. Got to the window, look, then he's like, cool, let's go down, say hello, see what's happening. Ends up breaking the stick, goes upstairs. I assume you would put the stick away first. Then he cuts the paper and then chucks him.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Books. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel
What?
concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
unexpected. Of all the things I would have guessed, it would not have been that. Hello, Ryan. We need to talk, buddy. Walking to window.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner.
Tuh.
I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Seriously, Sherlock was like, no, I don't think you're right. I don't think you could get to a window fast enough.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Antique bracelet.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Oh, that's...
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Yeah, he's a filthy liar, for sure. He's actually probably two kids in a trench coat. I think you're right. Okay, I understand. I get what the papers were now. It took me a second to understand what they were, but that he cut the papers out of the book and just tossed them into the flames. I see. Well, Mr. Turner, you're the worst. Though, is he is a possible, he'll probably end up being a possible suspect.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Is he all right?
We don't know yet. I'm sure he's fine. We're just still investigating, but don't worry. Hello, Polly.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Okay. Is she listed on here? No. Okay. We need to search the archives for that. Did we get any more clues? Common statement. Leighton Chapman is the only person who was seen entering the street after he was standing. He was seen standing over the dead bodies and escaping the crime scene shortly afterwards. Okay. Just had to double check. Let's go to the let's investigate this bracelet thing first before we move in to Scotland Yard. Seems like this thing is going to be important. So I was going to say, both of the people fell on their backs. And so I feel like that seems like you think someone would be like in between them, or... By the way, will they let me change... No, it's locked. Why won't they let me, like, just let me live my life? Let me wear whatever it is that I want to. They've only allowed me to wear a costume, like, once. Unbelievable. Antique bracelet.
That is not the one. That is not the one. That is not the one I need.
Newspapers. I think it's going to be...
That is not... That is not... That is not the one I need.
That is not the one I need, but maybe it's the one that we deserve.
That is not the one.
Ah, okay, there we go. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of the have been missing from the museum since 1885.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
Yeah, what happened in 1885? 1885. A treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Churches Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Okay. Should we go talk to... Oh, we have a door key. Should we go to... I doubt the kid did it, so I'm like just delaying talking to him. Oh, that's probably him. That's probably the brother, Leighton. Let's go to Scotland Yard. Why not? Why not? I also need to see where this key goes to. if there's a door in the alley somewhere.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Oops. Well, there's nothing down here, right? Because all the bodies are still in the middle of the street, so not here. Leighton's belongings.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
An Appel?
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Oh, there we go.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Simultaneous shots. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired, and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points. Let's select that. Looks like we have to reenact a crossfire. Love it. What else we have? Oops. No. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti were the victims of double murder carried out by one person. Wait, so yeah, Kenneth Butler is who was the pawn shop owner. So, hold on, what is this? Do those connect right now? No. Let's, we need to figure out if there's something there. Long lost art. Compelling evidence, witness testimonies, and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. I keep forgetting I need to press R1 to go back to the clues menu. 2 victims. Is there anything else? Okay, so we still have way more clues that we need. Let's go talk to this kid. Hello, Professor Leighton.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Welcome
Calm
in.
down, Leighton. I have...
How's it going, my friends? How was your stream? It is elementary, my dear runner. Oh, you're all saying that. How was A Link to the Past? Redoing randomizers also. It's fist bump time. War and friends, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you guys would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wha-bam! I've ended my stream on a rage quit. No! Oh no. Well, I hope you still had fun. I hope overall it was fun. Though the rage quit is never, not ideal. Also, you know what I've realized? I just realized something's not working. And it has been working since Christmas. Yep. Oh my gosh. All of my Animal Crossing things don't work. Lol. I'm fixing it right now. Because if not, I will forget to fix it again. But how are you guys doing? How's your day so far? How's your Monday? I literally came up from grabbing my coffee to see the screen turn black. Also, War is getting a new email called Warnev Meditate. It'll be a War meditating, so all of chat can spam it when he rages. Oh, man. Last I heard was last stream later, then boom, stream gone. Oh, no. No, I could imagine... Oops. I can imagine that... randomizers could get maybe a little rage inducing. There's supposed to be effects like when people use emotes or my emotes in my chat, and I have forgotten to I changed them all for Christmas. And now I'm putting them all back because the Christmas emotes had like a different like code to make them work. So now I'm fixing that. But Warnev Meditate sounds wonderful, though. Then boom, stream gone. Boomer stream is gone. Biscuits, welcome in. I'm sorry that it was. I'm sorry that it was a rough time. Oops. Edit command. Nope, not edit commands. Edit Twitch triggers. There we go. Sorry that it was a rough time, but I'm glad you're here. We're currently in the middle of a case. This is the last case of the game. Basically, they believe they have the case kind of like already solved. We, however, of course, have figured out that they do not have it correct. But basically, 2 bodies were found in the middle of an alley during a firework display. They believe it was a street urchin who I'm actually interviewing right now who did it. There were 2, maybe 3 gunshots. There was a rare antique being traded between them, or at least one of them had this rare antique on them. There was a guy who says he saw the whole thing happen. However, we did discover he went down and actually, he saw that antique item on the ground, and he went and took it. He saw it from his apartment window, went downstairs, took it, went back to his apartment, and then pretended to just have never gone down. He said he was at his window the entire time, but he lied to us. I'm still updating this thing. Anyway, so we are currently at Scotland Yard. We're interviewing Leighton, who is a street urchin, who was found with a gun. He was found running out of the, whoops, there we go. So it kind of works. It's off screen, but, oops. We lower this here. The sun is fine where it is. So now, does this work, though? There we go. It's a little off-center, but it's oh well. We'll figure that out later. Jetpack's got a gun. But I don't! Well, I picked one up. But anyway. Yeah, we've actually had these for forever. They just haven't worked since after Christmas. because I changed them all. But yeah, they should now, based on my whatever emote. Yeah, it's a little off-centered. Hold on. Studio mode. Go over here. I guess all of these need to move over. Let's see. Boop. Wait for it. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Move that there-ish. There you go. Lovely. It works, everybody. Okay. Anyway. It feels like it's been a minute since... Yeah, they were supposed to be working all this time, but I just forgot to switch all the triggers back to normal. Because I added... So for all the Christmas emotes, I added an X to the end of the emote name, because when you upload an emote, you can't have one that has the same thing, even if the emote is disabled. So since I had different versions of it, I had to then change it in my Leorin board, but then I forgot to change it back, and so now it works. It works, everyone. It's great. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue solving this crime. Let's see if we can
come here to help you.
Save the
to
day.
Find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him?
My brother.
Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Blimey indeed. He has the same tattoo as the guy in the alley. Curious. Deep scar. Occasional fights. Grew up on streets. Okay. Nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't see it. Office clerk. I guess. Sometimes it does the oh. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hot-headed. Office clerk, fancy scarf, downtown fashion, cushy job, office clerk. Okay. That's fair, I guess. And then we have Westgate prison tattoo, past imprisonment, committed a crime. So I suppose he has the same tattoo, but I guess it's just because he went to the prison. Blimey, I'll never be a detective now. I believe you could. I believe you could.
Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky.
Light up.
I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head, and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
A third person? I think he said a third person, but that would be a twist. Gizmo, let's become a detective duo, and we can solve crimes. I'll do the visual puzzles for you, and then it'll be perfect. It'll be great.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Who's Sherlock and who's Watson? I think I'm Watson. I think Gizmo's Sherlock. For people everywhere. Just suddenly, for some reason, there's just mascots, mascot outfits. Jetpack and good Gizmo, detective extraordinaire. Love it. Pray continue.
Interesting. Pray continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
Toby is Jet in a dog onesie. Love it. Toby.
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Couldn't remember his footprint or his footsteps. He was roller skating. He's a mascot on roller skates. Why follow him?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Old acquaintance. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have been a personal motive. Oops. 2 victims. Lost art. Imaginary man. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements is a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. I really doubt that's true. But hold on. Why do I do this? Does that change something now? Double murder. Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. An old and mutual enmity between Leighton Chapman and Brian Vercotti was the motive for this crime. Despite committing the murder, Leighton is a young, albeit foolish and impressionable man. His younger brother Wiggins would be left completely alone. Leighton's sentence will be shortened. Or condemn Chapman. Leighton Chapman may be young, but he is already a vicious murderer who killed a prison acquaintance over a long-standing grudge. He deserved life. I don't think he did it. I do not believe that he is the murderer. Because that'd just be weird. It'd just be weird overall. Let's go first to Half Moon Street. I think we need to recreate the shooting or something. Watson, come help me recreate a shooting.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Rude. One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Find out who might have been. Okay. Interesting. Can we... Wouldn't that mean there's like a bullet up there? Examine.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp. This should be useful.
Why did it have to go to this mode? Okay. I cannot see anything. Hold on. Oh, is that something? No, I don't think so. Oh.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Third shot. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding that jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Actually. There we go. Is there... No, okay. Everything else is the same. Crossfire. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is missing now. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. So if it's double murder, what happens? Okay. We still have way more stuff to unlock before we can choose these things. Okay. Reenact. There's no door here, right? Nothing in the middle?
Locked. Locked.
Imagine Sherlock Holmes, like, just like
Locked.
jiggling door handles in the middle of the night.
Locked. Locked.
Trying to see if this key opens any of these doors, but I don't think it does. Oops. This way. Wait. Oh, just a little alcove. What did I miss? We just recreated the shooting. We discovered
Locked.
that one of the shots hit the wall.
Locked.
And therefore Leighton's story seems accurate. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Talk to Constable Morrow and find out if it would be possible to miss someone hiding in the shadows. He did say he checked the corners, but I don't know. Yeah, so we just reconstructed the shooting. And yeah, we discovered...
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
I feel like this is going to be a pain. Oh, wait. Am I? Oh, I'm Constable. Okay, never mind. This is good. I thought I was going to be like Sherlock and I had to hide. Oh.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Why are we playing hide and seek now? This is a wonderful minigame. Lol.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
What if he's, like, in the same place? He's trying to fake me out. Also, to be fair, I did not see this initially. Sherlock, where did you go? Is he, like, in a barrel? How else do you solve a murder? I don't know. There he is.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Okay. Corners in sight. Up the walls. If we can assume that there was one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks described by Leighton and attempt to climb the wall. Interesting. How else do you solve a murder? I play hide and seek to solve all my murders. Watson is doctoring the crime scene with the constable. Yeah, right. We're planting evidence. Okay. Who do we?
It would be my pleasure.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Yes. How do we find the flare gun to emulate the fireworks and tools for climbing the wall? Do we have a flare gun? Do we need to, it says find, so does that mean there's one here? Do you have a flare gun? Do you have a flare gun? I imagine we have one, like, back home. Wiggins, do you by chance have a flare gun on you? Oh.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
That is interesting.
Locked.
Locked. Okay. Also locked. Ma'am, where do you keep your flare gun? Completely natural. Definitely not the fault of a gun. Absolutely. This. Do you have a? I doubt you have a flare gun, right?
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
Uh-huh. Yep. I agree.
It would be my pleasure to...
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I'm trying to find a flare gun. Obviously. It's a bottle. Do we have one on our... Is that what happens when we go to... Okay. Who has a flare gun? Find the flare gun to emulate the fireworks and tools for climbing the wall. Oh, maybe... Is there one in the pawn shop? Let's just go to the pawn shop now. Let's come back. Maybe there will be one at the pawn shop. We have not been there yet. Hello. Oh, okay. Pawn shop. What's going on over here? Oh. Oh, no. Indubitably, my good man. Does this key open up the... Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Well, I mean, it is called Butler's Pawn Shop, so probably. I mean, I'm no detective, Sherlock, but... Shelves. Oh, climbing equipment.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Let's also take the bagpipes. Perfectly. I mean, it was you think it was gunfire. It was actually... It's actually bagpipes. Ooh, another ram's thing.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
And I'm big mad right now because it took me literally an hour to figure out I had to go to the pawn shop. No! I was going to keep searching around, but I was like, let's just... Maybe we'll find something there. I didn't want to keep running around. Hello, Kenneth. I like that's hello. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram's head from ancient Greece. You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork over a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. Brian Vercotti. A ledger.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to look at it. But good. Good to know that he kept his books, I suppose. There's the flare gun. Let's see if there's anything else, though, before we... A lot of clocks in this place.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Okay. Butler's Jewels. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. How do we select that? That is contradictory to something. Is this still... so this is a robbery. Committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. His motive was the theft of ancient and valuable treasures. Interesting. I mean, technically... I mean, well, we don't know what where he is a clerk. What if he, like, works at a place that he would have, like, heard about this? But how would he know about the treasures, though? Or, like, what... I mean, how would he know that Butler had the treasures, you know? I guess. Brian, maybe. Maybe he's lying about that. But I don't know. I hope Wiggins... I hope Wiggins' right that his brother didn't do it. Otherwise, Wiggins, I feel sorry for him.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Poor Wiggins. Oh, whoops. I know. I feel bad for Wiggins. He can't help it.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
Oh, boy.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin, then. Catch me if you can.
Are we Watson? No, we're Sherlock. Great. Hold on. Climb the wall.
This wall
Oh, wait.
is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
So these are different options, probably, right? Oh, wait. Oh, we need to go here. Okay, I see. See, they just make up things.
Barely see anything.
Oh, gosh.
Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
Wait. Oh, okay. Well. I'm trying.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Oh, and because he had... Right. Okay.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Please try to catch me. Okay. Inspect the attic. I need some assistance getting down. All right. Broken window. A jacket. Shabby fabric. Black threads.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
What a bizarre scenario. I know. It's it's a strange time. That Square Guy, how are you today? How's your day, my friend? We are trying to solve a mystery of a missing third person, sort of. Well, he maybe killed 2 people and then went missing.
It's empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste, he ripped his jacket.
So Leighton had his jacket on, right? So imaginary man is real. Well, it works. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated in the shooting at Half Moon Street was proven to be true. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible suspect, Leighton Chapman. I think it's seemingly becoming true. Wait, what is this? Why are these 2 things? Oh, wait. What? Why is that? That doesn't seem right. Maybe we're missing something. Oh, wait, hold on. Simultaneous shots. Crossfire, maybe. Burglary motive, personal motive. I don't know. I don't think we've got this right yet. I thought so too. It was a very good impression. Wait, I had looked away and legit thought Sherlock said, "Please try to catch me." He did. He did say that. He said that right before they started the thing. We've seen them. Like we found one. We found the necklace or bracelet. Then we found the bracelet. And then we found the necklace at the pawn shop.
These shards of
missing
glass
the ring.
are from the window above. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Why does it look blue? Did Sherlock? Did Watson leave me? We need to go home. Perform an analysis on these black threads. Also, do we even have... Wait, not deduction. Do we even have... We're still missing somebody. Who have we not met? And did they do it? Talked to the guy upstairs. Interrogated the kid.
Let us take a closer look.
Enhance. Zoom and enhance.
It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human.
Oh, it's
I
hair.
need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair.
A fur person.
Could you please pass me your shaving brush?
You're right all along. Spoiler.
Watson, look. What's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes.
Lol.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
We didn't know it the entire time, but it was right. Fur person. Nay, shaving brushes tend to be badger or boar. That's true.
The horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Have we met any person in this game or seen an animal besides Toby? I don't think so. The man who vanished from the crime scene at Half Moon Street could be a circus acrobat. He managed to scale a 30-foot-high wall. In a matter of seconds, a hair from a large exotic animal was found on his discarded jacket. I mean, honestly, that connects, but there's been no mention of a circus. So, I don't know why we would go to that. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements is a figment of his own imagination created to vindicate himself. Those are our two options. Either this is an imaginary or there's a circus involved now. How is that? Vanishing act. The person who was seen only by Leighton Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was a skillful acrobat. The criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies.
It was clearly a werewolf.
Clearly. I actually think it's funny. It does seem to like suggest that since Half Moon Street, you know, like it seems like that's, you know, where's the moon? Is it a full moon? We can't see it. Hold on. First person mode. You can kind of see it for a second. No, that's a cloud. Watson, what's the moon
I'm
situation?
always wondering what's on your mind.
Could it be a werewolf? All right, wait, what is this? What do we need to do? Request Wiggins' assistance in locating the right circus. Oh, well, I guess he's in the street, probably, right? He's still over there. Peculiar. What animal could that be? An exotic animal that has black hair that's very coarse and thick. What kind of animals do they have at a circus? Do they have gorillas at a circus? Would a gorilla have long enough hair? Why did he have... I mean, I guess it's just that he had the fur on him randomly. Like almost like you would find, like, dog hair, I guess. Oh, well, that's a good point. He said bigger than a horse.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
Maybe bigger
I've
than
done
a small
nothing wrong.
horse.
You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Mr. Wiggins. Well, or just Wiggins, I guess.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
I need a circus.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
But, like, why was the fur... I'm so confused. I feel like we're in the, like, last part of this case, and it's gonna be, like, circus people. You're gonna meet an acrobat the next morning, very early. It would be quite a twist if there's, like, I don't know. Because usually there's not, like, supernatural things in Sherlock stuff.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
Duval Brothers Circus.
Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show.
Do they...
I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Do they have... Do elephants have, like, hair? Also, before we leave. Can I change into something? Can I at least wear a beard? I guess I just never... Where do they have hair? Why can't I wear a hat? Just let me wear a hat. Why does it have to be locked? There was one case that used costumes this entire time. Why do they have this feature if they're just going to lock it away? There's a circus poster. All right, let's go to the Duval Brothers Circus. I guess, do they have hair on the top of their head? They have a... Oh, on their tail, duh. Wait, really? I guess I've never seen an elephant up close, TBH. I've never really, like, seen one. I mean, at a zoo, but it was far away.
Aye, you.
You did it.
Stop right there.
Just kidding. He couldn't climb.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
Oh, really?
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off.
Ask for Wiggins. Oh, completed. Disguise yourself in order to enter. Yay! We're going back. I think I have seen that before. That, yeah, if you look under, like, some certain types of light, you can kind of see patterns. I think you did, Austin. How's it going? How's your day? Oops. Where's... Watson, I get to wear a costume! Please tell me I get to wear a hat. I can! So I'm wearing my deerstalker, obviously. Wear those. We put on facial hair. Finally get to have another beard, everybody. The first and last cases, they were like, let's do this. Let's have this feature, but he can only wear this once. Oh, that's locked. Locked. Bandit outfit. Really doesn't look that much different than anything else. Why can't I wear my morning gown? All right, let's bandit it up. Don't we look like a lockpicker now? I said
Spectacles
curiously.
are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
But they have to see things, don't they? Fine, no spectacles.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
No! Let me wear my deerstalker. Okay. Is that shabby? I suppose that's shabby. You. Excuse me. I didn't have time to mute in time. There was no time.
Stay where you are. What are
Thank
you
you.
doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to
He
your
looks the
disguises.
same.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
He looks nearly identical. Like, not much has changed. Like, it's still kind of a suit. Anyway. That hat is shabby. Right.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented.
Good cover.
Eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Can I look around? Nothing? Okay, well. Okay, guess not. Alright, let's go break in. Try not to act suspicious. Runs around. Just I need to double check. Check all the corners. Alright.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Mysterious.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside.
What if we checked?
There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out.
Ooh.
The crest of the Honorable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Time to light it up. Is this all gunpowder? Hit. Oh, it is. Oh, boy.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
What kind of circus is this?
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
It's elephant food, right. I did hear that elephants... Everyone knows two things about elephants. They never forget, and they eat gunpowder. Printing press.
There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
Rise up, gamers, and keep up and keep rising from lambs into lions.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance.
Wake up, sheeple, is basically what that says. The translation, modern translation. It is a sus
That's a
circus.
picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people.
Don't say fire up in front of the gunpowder.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on a table over there. Open that.
They've mentioned the Merry Men in other cases, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It's all coming around full circle. Ignite a rebellion. No! It just explodes. Nothing on the face, really. Okay. Usually there's something. Oh, a key. Complex key, protected safe. Bloody bandages, recent trauma. You don't say? Armed, bulldog revolver, cutthroat. Ooh! Ring with ramhead. Stolen antiques. This guy seaman. Maybe he did it. Taped fingers. Agility practice. Acrobat. Well. My friend. Foley's revolver. Man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring. The last missing piece of the 5 rams of jewel set, and also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. Okay, no other connection. Just that. Long lost art. All right. He's wearing a bandana. Super sus to wear a bandana, right? Only people who wear bandanas be sus. All right, let's take a look at this lock. this can go this way. That seems to connect. But maybe not. Rotate all. Maybe that's supposed to go there. Oops. Okay, that's all of it. What are we missing? If that's there... that does not shift. Mytilene, if you were curious. Yes. It's just a big elephant laundering operation, which is apparently a Greek city-state during the Peloponnesian War. Interesting. Okay. That looks like that goes there. Oh, there we did it. We did it! We can open any lock. Hello. Easy. Give me a challenge.
Ah. Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
You're under.
Nigel
You're under.
from
What's your
York.
last name? You're under
Never
arrest
heard anything
because
about
you're...
How'd you hear about me?
Wait. How did you hear about me?
Master Locksmith.
Yay, thank you. Turner's Contradiction, jailed thief?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
I just wanted to see the elephants, and this guy told me I needed to pick a lock for you. Right. I just wandered in. I got a flyer. Okay, Charles Foley. Good to know. He's a superstitious man. He is armed and dangerous. He has a penchant for wearing jewelry. Find and examine the secret lock at Nottington Hill Manor. Curious. So I guess the prison
Here I
guy...
am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
One of the guys, the one who's from the prison...
This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Killed his brother. And so that was part of his reason for doing what he did. Yeesh. Okay. Start over here like we always do. Whoops. There is no end piece. Why isn't there an end piece? Okay, I guess we start over here then. Boop. Oh, we got 2. think... Which way does it go? Oh, this way? Interesting. Hold on. It's okay. I actually think... Put that there. That's for sure where this goes. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. So... I feel like that's probably... Hold on. Let's try something. Nope. Wait. Oh, hold on. They're like slightly connected. There we go. Nope. Wrong one. Ah, look at that. Okay. Aha! There we go.
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Best locksmith? Or lockpicker? I mean, we best take a look around.
This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Is this where the safe is? It is. I was trying to look around first. Exit. Okay, hold on. I want to... There's some rope. I feel like that could be useful. Sometimes I'm just so good that I end up finding exactly what I need to do first. Some more rope. A window. Okay, I guess that's the only thing that's here. Very oddly built home. Okay. Like, most of it is a hallway, I feel like. Clean the whole... It's the nice thing. Leave places better than you found it.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Let's actually... Hold on. Just open it now and be really surprised. Ooh, I did it! just turn a few knobs around. Like, wow, that was very fast. I told you. Best lock pick guy. Also, hold on. This one can't be. Hold on. None of them can move left to right, but you'd think it looks like it can fit pretty perfectly. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, we need to move. There we go.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't
Oh,
be able to pick
Pons!
it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Oh, Pons, how's your day going? Welcome to a new week.
Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the
Supermaster
front
Lockpicker
door.
Guy Man.
Yeah! We did it! Find and examine the lock at... Oh, okay, we did that. Neat. Is there anything else we could do here? Playing rank most of the day?
What a surprise.
Okay. Nice. How are you doing? You were off today. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. How's
door
rank
is a
going?
perfect means of escape in an emergency.
Right.
This door is a perfect
okay.
means of escape in an emergency.
These are like almost plat 1. Look at you. Jennifer Lawrence is going to play Elizabeth Holmes in a movie. Oh, no way. Oh, that scared me. I just saw the shadow of somebody. Oh, that's awesome. Want that next season trailed? Get it. Get it, Opons. I believe in you.
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
Okay. Oh, stove. Examine.
A solid rope.
No relation.
This should be useful.
Kitchen door. Oh.
The door is now blocked.
I believe in you. You're very good, Opons. I know, it said take, and I was like,
what this
what?
old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful.
So do I need to put the hammer somewhere? Can I just... me just not... Oh, wait. Wait, why did I leave it there?
I suppose...
Item required. Okay. There's some rope upstairs. Oh, what's this?
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Did it show them just, like, hitting the wall? Or, like, hitting the window and bouncing back?
This should be useful.
We need acid. Okay. Oh, no. He does jump out of the window. Okay. Wait. Oh. Top stair.
One step on these beads.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Our thief will go flying.
We're using them as
I
like.
should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
We're making like caltrops. Whoa.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
This is turning into Holmes Alone.
The ground floor window is a perfect way
Exactly.
to escape the police.
Biscuits and I on the same wavelength. All right. Can I use...
This should...
There we go. I was typing that as you said it. Amazing. Okay. Wait, what's this? What? Oh, a hatch. I did not see that.
This hatch leads to a cellar.
Can I use the, like, sledgehammer to break that so if they, like, run through the kitchen, it falls or something? Want to stop by before dinner? Opon, thanks for coming in and saying hello. I hope you're having a great a day and evening. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Okay, so we did that. Oh. I see. So now it's like, oh, the door's locked. Here, I'll grab this sledgehammer. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, hang chandelier. There we go.
If anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
Oh, dang, I see. Okay, so now let's try this.
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
Oh. All right. Okay, and... Oh, not first person, please. So...
This hatch leads to a cellar.
Item required. Yeah, or just remove the sledgehammer out of the way. This is a very Holmesian plan. Where he's just like, I know people so well. Okay, hold on. What happens if I run up the stairs? Will I die? No. Okay. We're missing an item for unlocking the hatch. Oh. Cupboard.
This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Can't escape from through a window if you don't know there's a window there. Bet you didn't think of that, criminals. Now can I do this? Ah.
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Do you know how terrifying that would be? That would be, oh my gosh, I do not like the thought of that. Oh. Great job, Holmes. You're gonna need to come up with something just a little bit better than that.
This hatch.
Can I use... Is there like a rug or something? Or can I take one of these... Carpet.
This should be useful.
A while back, like a few years ago, there was this video of somebody working at like a bar, and they have like a cellar sort of like this. It's like I think it is technically some kind of like I don't know. Anyway, but there's like a server or somebody who's behind the bar who doesn't realize that the hatch is open, and he falls through. And I think he was fine, but like the idea of that is just terrifying to me. Just walking in and suddenly
Now,
there's just like a
it's not
hole.
an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles
Haunted house.
Foley and his companions.
Oh my gosh. All right. I hope in the meantime, Sherlock finds another clue that's like, oh wait, no, Leighton actually did it. This is just some other thing. I just spent hours putting together this all these traps, and it turns out I have the wrong guy the entire time.
Police! Police!
Oh. Wow, that was fast.
Stop where you are. Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Well, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
Gum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Is that Mycroft?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft,
We
what
only
are you
saw him
doing
once
here?
before. I forgot
Did
he
you
looked like.
follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
We'll fill the cellar with a deadly plant and caterpillars and whatever else we need. You scoundrel. And then Holmes disassembled the people. They honestly fell through that so fast. I thought it was going to be like we were going to have to fake them out over here first, but it was
Holmes,
just...
that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Oh, Mycroft. The antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent the collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. Foley's Vengeance. So that was it. Like, this is it? There's just...
Don't move, you flim-flammer.
Wow, I don't think you can say that. This is a family-friendly channel.
What a beautiful collection of art. It was thought lost. The trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. Charles...
Holmes, I had no doubt that you would catch the thieves.
Hello?
One of Foley's companions.
Oh my
He is
God.
unconscious.
Circus bandit. Why is the dude looking for the for the married men? La 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 la. Oh, there's another one.
One of Foley's companions.
He is dead.
He is unconscious.
He broke. We didn't think about maybe putting something there to catch his fall. We just. All right. Okay, well, we should probably condemn him. Charles Foley organized the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness to the crime. Charles Foley will be imprisoned for organizing a grand theft. Since he is not directly guilty of murder, his sentence will be shortened. Charles Foley organized and executed a wicked plan of revenge with the added theft of ancient and valuable treasures. He deserves the rope. Well, we know. This seems too easy, so part of me just feels like confused. But it does seem like, yeah, it's him. There's just no reason to think through this. He's just sleeping. When bad guys fight, they all get tired. Look at him, all tuckered out. Batman. You killed that guy, right? What if all this time, is it possible for us to just be like, no, it was Leighton? Is that possible? I just am curious. If we can at this point still say it was Leighton. We can actually say it was him the entire time. Perfect. Let's not do that. I don't... Wait, burglary motive? Oh, personal motive. What is the personal motive? Just curious. Oh, you just can't do that. Or can you? Wait. Oh, I have... Hold on. Compelling evidence. Double murder. Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. An old and mutual enmity between Leighton Chapman and Brian Vercotti was the motive for the crime. Okay. That'd be kind of hilarious just to do this, but it would be quite the twist if I'm... Okay. Or wait. It is Crossfire, right? And then he's innocent, and burglary. Wait. Oh, there you go. There we go. And give me the thing. Is that not right? Double murder? Crossfire? Oh, firing position? Simultaneous shots. Is that what needs to change? Vanishing Act, Foley's Vengeance. There we go. There's nothing that changes. Okay, no. Everything else is just, like, it goes back to Leighton. So, okay. Anyway, I just had to double check. So we condemn him.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Did we do it? I expect there to be like, oh, wait, what's this?
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Uh-oh.
Careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already.
We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs, honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street, and all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people, sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Oh my gosh. I knew they were going to have to make me decide this. So, okay, wait. This makes sense. Because isn't Robin Hood and the Merry Men? Isn't that the thing? And he had Robin. Throw cigarette. Throw. Oh my gosh. Okay. This seems like a really complicated issue. I feel like this is something that it's a many layered thing. I don't know if we can really decide on just in what? Burn it all down. This seems like it's a crime. As regardless, I feel like you have very good intentions. However, I don't know if, like, essentially, I don't know what it classifies as, because it's not just arson. They're blowing up a building. I feel like I don't feel like this is going to solve things as easily as I think it's going to. I think I'm going to choose the powder trail. Because I'm being lawful good here, I think. That's like, there could be a lot of mistakes. We don't know these guys. There could be a lot they're not telling us. How do we, like, are they going to really make sure that, are they going to really make sure the building's clear? It'd be on our conscience if something happened, right? Like, we would be implicated in this as well. So blowing up a circus is pretty, but in comparison, I think it's, we're doing that though because of the justice angle, that it's like, it's still a crime what you're going to do. Plus, this is like a front. This isn't a real circus. This is a sham. Where is the elephant even? We haven't seen a single elephant this entire time. I think we're going to go for the powder trail because I get what they're saying, but I don't think blowing up a building is the way. I don't think that's going to do that. But they better run is all I'm going to have to say.
When people fight the Order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run.
There we go.
Now!
What if it didn't light? That'd be awkward. Merry Christmas! Oh. I wish. I wish he had pulled the book down and he's just like covered in ash. And like soot. His hair's like cartoonly, like just styled back and pointy.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Ooh, he didn't say goodnight to his brother.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
What a weird ending. They didn't make this guy. I don't think he's supposed to be likable at all. I feel like in most Sherlock stuff, Mycroft is usually very anti-Sherlock. He's kind of the anti-Sherlock, but though sometimes they make him a little bit more likable. I think in the show Sherlock, the BBC one, he like they don't get along, but there are some episodes where he's like a little bit more understandable, I guess. He's a little bit less just antagonistic most of the time. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think this is the right thing. So we're just gonna personality ranking just. So now do we find out if he got them all right? I think so. I don't really know what happens. This was not the first case. It's the slow, creepy turn. I know why. Is it connected to the next game? A lady. That was the archaeologists. That's the first case. I say I will never tell. I said good day. No, you didn't. This is very somber. Very well shot, though. Very, very somber. Moody. As one would expect from a Sherlocky thing. I really enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun. I think overall, yeah, 100% is great. Is that a voice? Is that a didgeridoo? What is that? Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was super fun. We will definitely keep playing the other games. I'll wait till they go on sale, but yes, I really enjoyed this. Full Sherlocked then. Case closed. Unique gameplay, IMO. I absolutely loved it as well. Yeah, I think the only complaints I had were of those like quick time events. That is the only thing. Kevin MacLeod. I've seen his name a lot. He does a lot of like not royalty free stuff. He does a lot of like soundtracky things. He's like known for it. If you search his name in Spotify, you will see like all of the stuff. That was so ridiculous. The controls in that, the time we had to save Sherlock and the train guy, and we had to shoot that, like that was we killed Sherlock twice. That's almost as much Kevin MacLeod music as I've used in my videos. It's perfect. Okay, so this is the open case book. So crimes and punishments tasks. What does that mean? So I guess we get to see now if we did them all. I think the first one's wrong. I'm going to see if I can guess. I think the first one was wrong. The riddle on the rails was right. Bloodbath, how did that one end? Blinkhorn, ice knife. I'm iffy on that one, but I think we were right. Abbey Grange, we are correct. Kew Gardens, we were right, and I think we were right on this one, obviously. One of my stream raiders' elevator music is... Oh, really? No way. All right, so let's see. This one is wrong! We got that one wrong. Interesting. Riddle on the Rails? Correct. Bloodbath? Correct. Whew, I was iffy on that one. Abbey Grange? Correct. Kew Gardens? Correct. Half Moon? Correct. So the only one we did wrong was the first one. We did the ending wasn't like anything special, which is why I was like, maybe we didn't do that right. Wrong, right, iffy, right. Predictions correct, and only one case miss. I know, that's not so bad. There's not like chapters, right? Because okay, wait, hold on. We blamed Liam. Yeah, we blamed Liam. He had a lot of motive. Maybe it was the sailor guy, because I don't think it was this kid. And I don't think she killed him. My guess is maybe it was the sailor. I just thought it was too easy for it to be the sailor. Wait, so what happens with my tasks? Oh, is it if you get them all right, it's like checked off or something? Hey, that's what it is. Also, I hate that there's like nothing else to do here. Go to Baker Street. You're here. Hold on. Main menu. I guess it kind of makes sense also. The first one was, like, really iffy. Like, I was still learning everything and how the game worked, so maybe I would have done better. Yeah, because we could like restart this one, but there's no like chapter thing, which I don't really want to have to replay the first one again, because there's like so much stuff. But we did it. I will accept that as completed. I think that is complete. But man, yeah, very fun game. I really enjoyed this. It is a very well done. Where's my music? There you go. Chalk it up to a learning curve. I like that. I think that seems accurate to me. We were still getting a hold of it, you know, but everything else lined up. But that was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. I love mystery games and Sherlock Holmes and cases and solving murders and all that stuff. So we will definitely play the next one. I'll keep an eye on when it goes on sale. It's so much fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching and playing and lounging and talking with me. Tomorrow, we will be starting Final Fantasy X. So I'm very excited about that. I think it'll be fun for a change of pace. And like I mentioned, I might put out a little sketchy. But I think what we're going to do is we'll do like a couple days of Final Fantasy X. Then we'll swap to like a random other game. And kind of be doing that. I think JRPGs can get kind of like heavy. Like they can just kind of be, because there's a lot of like battles and whatnot. We might want like to switch it up a little bit. Practice your Titus left. I will. I need to practice Blitzball. I don't think the first time I played, I don't think I ever won a Blitzball game. Unless there's one that it's required you win. I don't think I ever won one. I am terrible at Blitzball. But maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe I was just too young to understand how to like play the game. But I was so bad at Blitzball, so I am not looking forward to that at all. Ha ha ha. We need to add that as something in here. But anyway. But thank you guys for hanging out and lounging with me. We'll go ahead and end here. We're gonna raid out. We'll raid Jin Ray. He's currently playing Chrono Trigger. Or wait, yeah, he's still here. Yeah, there he is. He's playing Chrono Trigger, which is really fun. And he and his community are wonderful. So you should go enjoy him. Drop a follow, give some fist bumps or something like that. I can give hot tips if you want, if I'm around, but mostly Blitzball is just a steep learning curve. I just remember, like, no matter what I did, I just felt like it was a losing battle. Is like probably the hardest part of the game for me. I've beaten Final Fantasy X before, so like it won't be anything to like. I won't mind if there are tips or whatever. I'm mostly going for the story, I think. So like, part of me will want to get all of the summons and probably the weapons, or at least most of them, like the ultimate weapons. But I'm not going for like a 100%. I'm just kind of like, I want to play through the story. I think it'd be fun. It's been a while since I've played through the story of that, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good old time. Oh man. Wait, are you saying that for the summons or the weapons or part of me has thought about, so we'll be playing the remastered version, and so there's technically like cheats that are just built into the game. Like you can, I think if you press both of the control sticks or something, it just like fills up your health or something. So I'm like, part of me is like, should I use any of those? Should I like skip? You can skip battles and stuff, like random battles. I don't know. Chocobo Racing broke me. I vaguely remember it, and I don't know. I don't think I'm good at it. Anytime there's like a mini game in a Final Fantasy, I'm usually not good at it. Funny enough, thinking about Final Fantasy VIII, I know people love the card game. I think every time I've played, I have never invested any time in Triple Triad. I have only, like, I've done the base, like, card games, and then I never play it again. Which is funny, because some people love Triple Triad. I have invested 0 time into it. Like, I don't even know the full rules of it. I don't think that's how little I've played. Even though I have played Final Fantasy VIII multiple times. Every time just like, not interested. I'm not interested in the least bit. Don't you get something towards the end, I think, right? Like, you can get something, like a good weapon or some kind of magic draw item, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start the raid to Jinrei, but before I go, let me give a few thank yous really quick. One, last night... where is it? MJ, Marie F. Jane, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Axiom Runner, thank you for those bits, and thank you for more bits. War, thank you for the raid. Best Biscuits for all of the bits. I really appreciate it. We're going to head over to Jinrei. He is playing, what did I say? Chrono Trigger. And what a fun game. It's actually been fun rewatching him play it because and it just brings back memories. It brings back memories. I played it once a long time ago and then never really touched it after that. Like, I don't even know if I beat it. But maybe I did. Anyway, super fun. And the music of Chrono Trigger is so good. So if you like old school... was that a SNES game? Yeah, that has to be Super Nintendo. If you want to watch some SNES, this is it. And his community is great. They're super friendly. Anyway, let's go ahead and head over there. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Final Fantasy X. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!